Hey guys, Lost here. For this month's mod review, there is a lot of variety. And by the way, I do have to apologize. I am starting to lose my voice. Though I did review a lot of large mods last month, there are a couple smaller ones here that I still managed to find. So here are my top 5 Arma 3 mods of the month for September 2017. Hope you guys enjoy. So starting off at number 5, like I said, is a smaller mod. This is the Type 22 Manta UGV, or Unmanned Ground Vehicle. This thing actually has quite a few interesting features. It comes with a 50 caliber machine gun, a mini spike AT launcher, and can resist fire from some large main battle tanks, which is pretty surprising. Though it is sturdy, it is not invincible. Sustained fire from autocannons will take it down. The UGV also has a suspension system, so you can raise it and lower it. It can sit behind cover and take out enemies from over the top of it. It's pretty useful. You just have to set it down and it will kind of just do the work for you. By the way, it also comes with 3 different camouflages: Arid, Pacific, and Black camo variants. I think this mod is especially cool because in this increasingly modern age, the norm becomes more and more to have unmanned vehicles like this and less soldiers on the ground. So I think that this is a pretty cool mod overall. Up next at number 4, we have the Hellenic Armed Forces, which is the Greek military. Now this mod has aircrafts, helicopters, ground vehicles, as well as units, apparel, weapons, backpacks, chest rigs of all different kinds. It is a complete mod that can put a whole different country into Arma 3. By the way, there is a separate mod for the Navy. To be completely honest, I don't exactly remember the last faction mod I reviewed. I've reviewed so many in the past of a bunch of different countries that I'm not sure what the last one was, to be completely honest. This mod currently has about 7,000 subscribers on Steam, so it has a pretty decent following. A lot of the textures are very nice. It looks really well put together. Like I said, it really is a fully functional military you can put into the game and try out and have fun with. By the way, if you don't download the Hellenic Armed Forces mods, I would recommend downloading the Navy version of it, which adds in a couple ships which look really nice and work really well. I feel like the Navy is an underplayed aspect of Arma 3, so I would highly recommend checking out at least that much of it. Here at number 3, we actually have a pretty decent amount of content with this next mod, and it's actually not one mod but a series of mods, and this is the 3CB BAF mods. This is equipment, units, vehicles, and weapons, all for the British Armed Forces. Not only is it extremely detailed, but it goes into depth quite a bit on a couple different levels. For the weapons, they have encompassed almost all of the weapons that the British have used over the last couple of decades, which is just pretty neat. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of the equipment comes in a bunch of different camouflages. There's lots of vests and backpacks to choose from, so you can really play this on all different types of ways, on all different types of terrain. There really are dozens and dozens of things to choose from. For the units pack, all the infantrymen now fully utilize all of the other equipment from the other mods. They come in Arctic, Desert, MTP, Temperate, Tropical, and Woodland. There's also an Army, Navy, and Air Force within these series of mods. So I guess really this now makes 2 faction mods that I reviewed this month. Up next, I have a mod that may not be large in content, but it is pretty cool nonetheless, and that is a fully functional CRYSIS suit for Arma 3. This suit will give you the ability to have extremely strong armor. You'll be able to run super fast. You can even go invisible and jump high enough to get on top of buildings. It's super cool. The helmet also gives a thermal and night vision setting as well. Now there are a couple different versions of the uniform. There is a NATO version, a CSAT version. There's also a slimmer NATO version of that as well. So to be able to use all these functions, you can simply scroll, and in the top left, like you're changing a magazine or something, you can add on the super speed, the super strength, the protective armor, and all things like that. All of the functions have a little bit of a cooldown, so you can't just activate them all and then run around and be invincible. So that is something you'll have to pay attention to, but it balances it out a little bit. Having a super suit like this in game, I think is super cool, because if you look to other mods like the Operation Trebuchet mod, where they have the possibility to put in Spartans at some point, I think this is definitely something that could be used in the future for other mods that would involve super suits and things like that. And finally, last but not least, I put a map mod here at number 1. This map is called VIS. The map has a couple of towns, lots of villages, and some hidden caves. By the way, this is based off of a real place. It represents a real island in the Adriatic Sea. This is a relatively small island compared to a lot of the larger maps that I have downloaded and showed off before. There are about 374,000 objects that have been placed. The coastline is 77 kilometers. The map has one very large main island, and there are some smaller islands around it. This map also has one airport that is not there in the real world, but I mean, you do have to have an airport on an Arma map at some point, right? By the way, I forgot to mention that the map is about 20 kilometers by 20 kilometers. This is a very well done map. It's very good looking. It's put together very nicely. I enjoy the island setting, but that's just me. I do apologize for this video being a day late. The end of the month kind of snuck up on me here. I also have to apologize that this video was a little shorter than usual. So I want to thank you guys for watching. We are getting to the end here. Subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys later. Hey, so a quick thing here at the end. If you guys have been paying attention to any of my Arma content lately, I have rejoined the 173rd Milsim unit for Arma 3. It's a lot of fun. If you want to check us out, there will be a link in the description. I highly recommend really looking into them and finding out what the unit is about before you go and try and join up, just because I don't want people to go in and then realize they can't fulfill the requirements of being there on certain times and then end up leaving, because that's just no fun. So again, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys later.